Well, now you know where are you moving to and when you're moving to your new home after downsizing. And therefore you count now with quite some time to organize yourself in the most efficient manner to prepare the move. I will share here some of my ideas with you, things that I have implemented throughout the years every time I've had to move houses. And the first question is, when we're getting ready to prepare the move, is where do we start? So here I will share with you some of the ideas that I've had from my experience in the past as a mover, continuous mover. And hopefully they'll be helpful to you somehow. If you agree or not, that's fine. If you find that some things don't apply to you, that's fine as well. And if you find that you have ideas that I haven't mentioned here, I'd be very happy to hear them in the comments, because it also helps us learn from one another, better ways or more efficient ways to do things. So the two things that I designed for myself these past years, every time I have moved, is a list of areas of the house in order of difficulty, from the most annoying and difficult area to look at to the easiest. And the first one is your garden shed or outdoor storage areas, your garden, your terraces, and your garage. The second one is your kitchen and laundry, also worth looking at. Next comes your office, studio, gym room if you have it, craft room if you have it. The next one will be your spare rooms, children's rooms that haven't been used anymore for years, maybe a storage room or a spare room that you're using to store things. So that's also important. And you will need to look at the bathrooms and their cupboards if you have a second bathroom for guests or for the children when they were home. Next will come your own bedroom, master bedroom. You may have an ensuite or large wardrobes, and you will also have a large bathroom, maybe a double bathroom to look at. And last but not least will be your entertainment room, TV room, gym room, your lounge, wherever you spend the time relaxing, not entertaining as much. After that comes your dining room, and then your living room. Then, coupled with that, you will have your hallways with lots of things on the walls to look at. The second thing I did was create a roadmap for me. So I called it my 4 bundles list. And I follow them regularly and apply them to each of the areas of the house that I just mentioned. The first bundle is things to throw away, rubbish. The second bundle is things to give away, donate, that are still usable. Number 3 is things to sell. And number 4 are things to take to the new house. So starting with our bundles list, rubbish and things to throw away, you will visit each area of the house, starting with your garden shed, your storage, your terraces, your garden area. And the first thing you're going to do is empty as much as you can and decide which of those things are really rubbish. Things that are rusted, broken, cracked, things you haven't used for many years and are really not good for anyone to have. And start piling them up outside and decide how to dispose of them. Large items like the old stationary bike, children's bicycles that have been rusting there, your old lawn mower, other heavy gardening equipment, electric saws and things like that that may not be of good use to anyone. You will have to pile them up, get them outside, and probably the large ones can be put on the verge of the house outside at the front to be picked up by your city council. Now, how you dispose of these things is advisable to be informed about that. So you can call your city council and ask them, how can I dispose of these items? You will have to tell them which they are, and they will tell you they are willing and ready to pick them up and give you a date to do that, and that'll be great. You can save that date to put outside other things that you will find inside the house. The small things that can be thrown away, maybe they can be put in the bin, or they can be tied up in small bundles and put on the verge as well. Tools, hoses, gardening bits and pieces. We always collect a lot of rubbishy things, really, in the sheds. So do that, and then just leave out for the rest of the bundle. The same with the garage. Many people tend to use their garages to store things that stay there for that magical day. Oh yes, when I will get rid of them. And that magical day never comes. We discover all of a sudden when we have to move that we have been keeping for years things that are useless. So out on the verge as well, get rid of them as much as you can. The more space you open in each area of the house as you declutter, the better you will feel. It will give you a sense of purpose, a sense of achievement. You do one thing and finish it and get to the next one. And the same goes with the rest of the house. With your bundle list, and you're dealing with rubbish at the moment, you go to all the rooms in the house listed as before and decide what is not good anymore for anybody. And whatever rubbish you have, things that have to be thrown away, then do it. And do it right now. Because as you progress, the things that you have left will be the things that you want to take with you or give away, but you can see now more clearly what's left. You're emptying space, you have free room to move and to decide and to start gathering things in different bundles according to the purpose. All right. So now we go, after doing that all over the house, my advice would be to start stacking up on boxes. Many people go to supermarkets or shopping centers, even, the internet, to find cardboard boxes. You can buy them sometimes in packs, new boxes if you want to. And my choice has always been plastic boxes, medium size to large size, which I will label accordingly to either put on the verge with rubbish, to start storing things to give away, or to put things away that will be on for sale, maybe on a garage sale, and then the things that are going with me, and I will label those correctly, indicating things to go to the new house. And we'll stack them up slowly, either at the front of the house, in the living room, at the entrance, or in the garage, because they'll be the boxes that will be taken by the removalists when they come to load the truck with your things. And remember that removalists charge by the hour. Therefore, if you have everything ready and handy close to the door or in your garage, it'll take them less time to load the truck with your boxes. And if they take less time, they work faster and you pay less. Now the next bundle you have is, of course, donations, giveaway things. And you can decide that things that you won't use anymore and you won't need anymore, and you have to remember not to be too sentimental about those things. You just need comfort and easy way of living in your new home. You don't want to declutter this house to clutter the next one. So there may be things that are still in very good condition, very nice, but you don't want to sell or you don't want to throw them away. So invite your friends, your relatives, your children, your neighbors even, and tell them that you're giving away quite a few things. And of course, you can do that after you have gathered everything from the other areas of the house, and invite them to take anything they would want and they would like. After that, if there's still something left, you can always rely on donations. You can donate to charities like the Red Cross, St. Vincent de Paul, the Salvation Army, community centers, and they'll be probably happy to take quite a few of those things. And if things come to worse, then you just can offer them for free. You can advertise in places like Gumtree, Facebook Market, eBay now has a good selling chapter, and put in the ad the photos of the items and say for free. And you'll be surprised that many people will be more than happy to come and pick them up because they can use them. So free items are always, a good hook to interest people in your things. And the last bundle we have is, the third bundle is things to sell. Now there are things that are good enough for you to recover some money that you have invested in them, and you can sell them either in a garage sale that you could organize for a weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5, and put the signs out on the streets, down the street in the next corner, and sell them to people who might be interested. There are a lot of people going about, driving around and wanting to have a leisure day, and they see a garage sale sign and they're more than happy to come and have a look, and you may be able to sell some things. And the other way to sell is also to let your friends and neighbors and everybody let them know that even though there are things there to give away, there are some things that you have decided to sell, but at very low prices, and they may be able and wanting to take some of the free items as well as buy something else from you. And that goes from anything you will be sorting out throughout the house. Remember that. Then the last one is, of course, things that go with you to the new home. And this is difficult because you have to make sure you choose the things that you will really need and want. You don't want to take things out of storage that have been sitting in a cupboard for years because you like them, because you may be using them one day or another, and store them in the new home to spend another couple, 3, 4 years doing nothing. You don't want that. You want, at this stage, to become a minimalist. Now, with your list of bundles in your hand, you go throughout the house, visiting each area. And as I said before, the second one is your kitchen and laundry. God knows that we put in those cupboards 100 things, cleaning, items that we don't need anymore, a million sponges and little cloths that we don't need anymore, and you name it. Tools, screws, nails, little screwdrivers, or maybe screwdrivers of all sizes, you name it. So take a good look at that by emptying everything. The kitchen, of course, can be a nightmare sometimes because of all the things we have been buying through the years, when we used to bake a lot, when we used to entertain a lot, but we haven't done it in the last 5 years. Therefore, you're not going to do it in the next 5 either. So we will discover, as we empty those cupboards and drawers, that we have a lot that we cannot take to the new house because it'll be, not useful for us. It won't give us peace of mind. You need to really take with you what you're going to really do and need or want. And if you're going to continue baking for the pleasure of baking, yes, by all means, take exactly what you need. But sometimes we have 2 or 3 different beaters, a big bowl of, when we used to do a lot of baking. We don't need that. You just need a couple of good whisks and a couple of good bowls, and that's it. And your molds for the oven. But be realistic and don't be sentimental. You have to leave the sentimental side of things, or the doubts, you know, or maybe this is good for this, or maybe if I do these things in the kitchen that I used to make, these soups that I'm going to start again. You have plans, you have dreams, of course you do, but don't fall in the trap of maybe I'll need it for this or for that, because you'll end up cluttering yourself again. It's not worth it for your peace of mind. So once kitchen and laundry have been sorted out, you have everything out, decide what to throw away and go through your bundle list. What to give away, what to donate, what to sell, and what to keep. And it is important that the things that you know you're going to keep, you start putting in tidy boxes, ready to go, because you can take them out of the rooms, stock them somewhere else, ready for the movers, and then you have left the rubbish to throw away, easy, and then you'll have things that you may donate, give away, or sell, and that'll be your decision how to handle that. The next one will be your studio, your office, your craft room. God knows that we really have a million things in there. In this photo, I'm showing you the cupboards that I have in my study, my office, and the closet. Of course, there are lots of things that I need to either throw away or give away. Not many sellable items. But there are, you know, millions of books and materials that I used to use when I was working full time. And now that I am retired, I haven't used them for years, but they're useful. You know, they're useful professional books, for example, notebooks, things that I can give to my colleagues or somebody else. But yes, they have been there for years doing absolutely nothing. So the time has come for me to declutter that, even though I'm not moving. However, yes, I have a lot of rubbish. I have lots of photo albums, for example, about 30 or 40 of them since the time my children were born, and even before that, since I got married, since I started traveling as a teenager. So I need to sort that out, because things like that should not go to your new home. You don't need that. Those times are gone, and you can select some photos to keep if you want to, in one or two tidy albums for yourself, and give the rest to the family if they want them. But yes, we have to learn to close chapters and not be too sentimental when decluttering, because otherwise we'll never achieve the comfort and the space and the freedom we need from all these material things that in the end won't go with us at all. So that's one thing you need to do. If you have a gym room, decide what to do with your equipment. If you have a craft room, I will show you another photo. Here it goes. And as you can see, lots of things. And they are all, medium to small things. Watercolor equipment, painting designs, canvases, papers, cutting materials, stamping materials, cutting machines, foiling machines. I have a lot, but I use it at the moment, so I'm happy about that. But if I was going to move to a new place, which is your case, then you would have to think about, are you really going to carry on with all these crafts that you're practicing, all this equipment and the materials you need? Choose what you really are going to enjoy, because remember that in retirement, once you downsize and move to another place, you will want to spend good times with friends over coffee or a glass of wine. You will like to walk with either your partner or your children or your friends on the beach and going to lunches outside, going on holidays, of course, be it short holidays or long holidays. So you will not have the time to engage in all the projects that seem very good and interesting when we were 30, 40, or 50 years old. So we have to be realistic about that. And the same bundle applies into the office, studio, or craft room. You go through the things that you really want and need, and you're 100% sure you're going to use and enjoy, and pack them up. And then if there's anything that can go in the rubbish, go for it, and leave only those things that can be given away or donated, for sale, whatever you want to do with them. You decide what to do, and you'll know how to handle that. And the next room in our list, of course, is the spare room or the guest room or children's bedrooms that have not been used for quite some time since they left home. And you again have to open all the chests of drawers, the closets, the shelves, empty everything on the floor, and start looking at things that you really would want to keep with you. Being very honest with yourself, not too sentimental. There's no reason for that. You have lots of things that belong to your children that your children themselves would not even want. So for them it doesn't mean anything, but it is the memory that you keep from those days. And it is good. Keep the memory. You will not forget, but get rid of the items. Sometimes it's not worth keeping them because there's no purpose to them. So that happens with every area of the house, as I said. So now that you're into the children's bedrooms, you also have to look at the bathrooms. You know, we tend to store a lot of things in the bathroom cupboards. Empty all that and decide what goes in the rubbish, what can go with you, and the rest out. You have to start getting rid of things and minimalizing as much as possible for your own comfort. Remember that you're doing this for you and your partner, or if you live alone. You're improving your life to a life of comfort and relaxation and enjoyment. Once you have done that, of course, you have to sort out all the things that were in those rooms, you know, the spare room, the guest room, and there's the furniture. You have to decide if some of that furniture will go to the new house, if it fits in the other house, if you really need it, and decide what to do. And then you will have to proceed to either throw away some things or give away others or sell others. You know, it's much easier to deal with the larger things like desks, shelves, night tables, the beds, some mattresses, if they're in good condition, the same. Otherwise, you'll have to throw them away. And then we go to the next area, which is your own bedroom and your bathroom. You may have an ensuite, large closets or wardrobes full of things, and empty everything, your chest of drawers, your night tables, your shelves in the closet. Bring out your clothes, bring out your shoes, all the boxes, keeping little things and big things and everything you can, and put them on the bed, on the floor, and decide, do I really need all this in the new house? And the answer will probably be no, you don't. So if there's something that's not really very good anymore, throw it in the bin. Simply throw it away. If there are things that you have that are really nice, maybe your daughters, your grown-up granddaughters, your female friends or male friends will want some of your suits, some of your nice clothes and shoes. If not, throw them away or put them in a bin that will go eventually to charity or donations. So this will continuously free space and make you feel that you can move about the house, and now you know exactly what you're going to take. Clothes that you're going to take with you can remain in the drawers till the very last day before moving. They can be hanging in the closet till the very last day when you're moving, because those things you can take out very quickly in a box or on your arm, put them in your car and transport them yourself. You don't need to wait for the removalists to do that. I hope you can hear me and not the airplane that is just flying above my head. In any case, the same goes with your bathroom. Now, our personal bathroom cupboards, We have a lot of things. We have medications, chemical things, hair dyes, store soaps and this and that and mini towels, and empty it all and decide this is what I need to keep here till the day I move, because I'm still living in the house, and it'll be a matter of just gathering them at the last minute, putting them in a small plastic box, put them in the car, and that'll go into your new bathroom. Perfect. The rest has to go. Make sure that your medications are the ones you are taking, of course, at the moment, and that's very important. You need them. But if you have been keeping some medications or medicated items that are out of date now, throw them away. Don't hesitate and throw them away. If you ever need them again, you will be able to buy them with no problem. So that leaves your bedroom and your closet in the main bedroom ready for the move. The furniture you have in there, which is probably large bed, mattress, chest of drawers, you will have to decide if you want them in the new house, if they fit in the new house, or if you simply sell them and give yourself the pleasure of choosing a new bedroom suite. That's also very enjoyable. Now next comes the last part of the house, or 3 parts of the house, that are very important, but they're very easy to deal with compared to the rest of the list. And I'll show you why. So we have come to your lounge or TV room area or entertainment room, and you will empty everything you have there, which is mostly either music items, photographs, frames, ornaments, and decide what to do with it. If you have electronic equipment that you might not use anymore because you haven't for years, or you very seldom use them, like DVD players and other things, your TV set might be, of course, something you want to take with you. If it is a large one and it is new and is in perfect condition, yes, you will need that to watch your movies and whatever you want. But make sure you know where in the next house is going to go and if it fits in there. So those things you can sort out by visiting the new home and checking and measuring and deciding, yes, we want this here, or not, we don't want it, we're going to have to get rid of it somehow. And then of course comes your living room, and your living room is the place where you very seldom go, and you only go when you have visitors, when you have friends to do something, where very seldom. So it's all a matter of furniture and things on the walls, and the things on the walls have to be taken into account as well. You will have very beautiful paintings or other type of, a gallery of photographs from the family. All these things that are so personal, you will have to decide if you want them in the other house, if they fit in a right place for, to be pleasurable to you. And otherwise, you have to get them off the wall, put them on the ground, and maybe sell them or give them away. But the purpose of all this is to open space, to feel free to move, and to know that you don't have to worry anymore about the things in there. They have been taken care of according to the bundle list I gave you. So things for the rubbish, throw them away immediately. Don't hesitate. Put them in plastic bags if you want to. The gardening bags, the large ones, are great for old clothes and shoes and bags and things like that. Papers, you name it. Although paper can go in the recycling bin most of the time. Okay, as long as you make sure they're not stapled or the clips are still in there. Little things like that. But as you sort out things and you empty the house, you'll feel more free to move about and enjoy the fact that you are really ready to move and wait for the big day to come. And in the living room and lounge room, of course, you have, and the dining room, you have cupboards as well with some china sets, linen, table linen, your kitchen towels, and you name it, all the drinking cups and mugs, wine glasses. Sometimes we keep a lot of things that we have had for years, from the years when we were entertaining and having the family for big Christmas dinners and all the celebrations that you were, that were taking place in your home. And yes, it was of course necessary to have all those items, but will you need them in the new home? Maybe if you entertain some friends now and then, but do you need 12 wine glasses instead of 4 or 6? And that's when you have to more or less decide, because you have to minimalize for comfort. And there's the furniture. And fortunately, the furniture can stay where it is, because it'll be for the removalists to just, lift and take out onto the truck. So fortunately, you don't have to deal with that, unless there are items of furniture that you will not need and you can sell or give away to somebody who wants them if you cannot sell them. So all these things we do when we move, anybody will tell you that moving is a nightmare. Everybody hates moving because of the preparations you have to do to empty the house. It becomes a pleasure when you get into your new house and start unpacking the boxes and decorating and arranging the few things that you're taking with you, that you really enjoy the moving. It's a new life you're coming into. But preparing for the move can be a nightmare. And it is great if your children, some of your friends and neighbors can help and give you a helping hand with carrying things out or here and there, taking things away from you because they can use them and you are donating or selling. It's very helpful, but you are still left with a lot of work to do. So take it easy, one day at a time, in one area of the house at a time. Don't start in your garden shed, leave it halfway through, and get then into the kitchen to decide. No, don't do that, because it's good to finish one area of the house and feel, okay, this is over and done with. I don't have to think about this anymore. I can go and tackle now the next area. It helps a lot. And the kitchen, of course, is one of the most terrific things to do, terrific in a way, terrorific, I would say, rather, because of the many things we keep there, pots and pans that we don't need anymore. Take what you really will need if you want to, or buy new ones. Baking items, well, if I could show you my cupboards, I have a million things, cookie cutters, molds for mini muffins, large muffins, tins to bake cakes of all sizes. Have I done anything in the 4.5 years I have been in this house? No, I have done very little. I would love to do more, but the equipment is sitting there doing nothing. So it'll probably sit somewhere else doing nothing. So I don't want to take it with me if I was going to move tomorrow. No. So I hope this helps you. Some of these ideas might be helpful. I don't know. If you agree or don't agree, that's okay. If you have probably ideas that I haven't mentioned here that can be useful and I haven't thought of, I would love to hear about them in the comments, because it is always nice to share these things with others and to learn from others. I'm always ready for that. You may have wonderful ideas that I could use in the future, and I would welcome them, of course. So I hope you have a very successful decluttering time, a lovely new life in your new home, and that everything is fine, easy, relaxing, and very healthy for you, mentally and emotionally. So I'll see you in the next one. I hope everything goes well. If there's anything I can suggest or help you with, just let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to send back comments as well. And see you in the next one.